Right, this is my first vlog. Not done them before, so I don't know how it's going to come out. Okay, my voice sounds awful, but I always sound awful on the screen. So, this is a new vlog about Berena and what everyone thinks about him. That's Serena and Bernie from Holby City. Before we start, just have to let you know that unless you've watched episode 48 of 52 from series 18, which is Brave New World, on the 6th of September, which is when this has been filmed, if you haven't watched it, don't watch this vlog because there'll be spoilers at the end. So here we go, we'll start. How did I get into Berena? Well, they say that Berena was planned from the beginning and all that, but I didn't see that to start with. I never saw that. I really liked Gemma in Holby and that, and was always a fan, but I never saw Serena getting with Bernie before that. Before the back rub scene, when I thought they've got to kiss, they really need to kiss, but then I realised that they wouldn't, and didn't realise also that it was going to take so long for them to actually get to that stage. We got that far, and that was the best part. Anyway, my thoughts on that later. So, yeah. Anyway, when Alex came along and that, I thought they was really good together, and there was all this great story with Bernie and Alex at the beginning of the when they was back in the army, the likes of, and when she came along and they had talked about their relationship, I thought this could go somewhere and be really good. But then she left because she didn't want to stay with Bernie while she was still married to her husband. So she left, breaking Bernie's heart, which I was really annoyed about. And I thought I really wanted Alex to come back and them to get back together and that. But I still think that if Alex does come back, she'll be torn between the two of them, Alex or Serena. But we will see. There is something on the grapevine saying that Heather said that she was going to be doing something, filming something that she's been in before in October, and we think it might be Holby, and if it is, then probably they filmed 4 months in advance, so she'll be back round about next January, February, so we'll watch out for that, see if it is or not, and that would throw a spanner in the works. So, yeah. What did I think about the kiss? Well, I was really pleased. When I heard about it, that was the only thing I could think about for weeks. For days, I mean. It was only announced the week before, but you get me. So I was really excited and worried that it might be just a quick peck and Bernie will start it and then Serena will end. But no, Serena quite liked it and I was really pleased. It went on for a little while and that, but start with Serena was like, oh, what's going on here? Then she thought, this is really good and I like the idea of this. Went in for another kiss. Right, Twitter's better than FB for talking, or Facebook for talking about Berena, because basically I've been a fan of Holby since the beginning, I think anyway, but since Gemma's joined 2nd of February this year, I've been a big fan. So I joined this group on Facebook to talk about him and that. Then I started talking about Berena on there, but obviously nobody liked it. They always think, oh, Berena should be friends, not lovers, and they was on about the fact that why does everything have to turn into sex rather than just friends? I'm thinking, there isn't that many couples on Holby, especially not lesbian couples, or bi, whichever we want to call them. I don't know what they're calling themselves, but still. So, and I decided in the end not to bother talking about them on Facebook, because I've also seen loads of horrible homophobic comments about Berena and people making stupid comments like, Serena's got kids, she's been married, how can she be a lesbian or bi? Thinking, and you don't even need to be lesbian or bi to love a girl. you can just love one girl and that'll be it. Nothing else. That's my opinion anyway, but it's up to you what you think. So I always stick to Twitter because it's so much better. People are friendlier, they talk about Berena, or even fangirl as you call it, about Berena. And it's so much nicer, and I have so many comments and so many tweets about that on Facebook, Twitter, that I cannot keep up with them. So if you're one of them who likes to tweet me often about it, sorry if I miss anything. I get sidetracked with the amount of tweets that I'm getting. Probably go back and find I've got a good 50 tweets now. And it'll be all from the Berena community, as they call it. Other people want to call it something else, but we're going to stick to Berena for now. Which, in case you didn't know, was a hyphen of Bernie and Serena. And Bernie's my favourite, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering. So, oh yeah, my favourite scenes. I don't know my favourite scene. Oh yeah, I like the beginning scene where they first come together, and Serena's trying to sort her car out, and Bernie comes along with a fag. That basically does it for me. She gives her eyes the moment they see each other. Although back then, I didn't really see it. I just had to watch clips all over again just to see. And now you can see it that they're getting together. And Bernie always gives Serena the eye. Every single scene. So that's what I like about it. And probably that would be my favourite scene. But also there's loads of other ones where she gives her the eye and stares too long. Like when Jason goes to him, you don't move very quickly, do you? Neither of you. And they're looking at each other to say, yeah, we don't. And they're giving each other the eye. You can tell it from the off. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and tonight. That was the most disappointing scene ever. You're in an office. Serena pours out a load of charades. They sit together. She pulls the chair forward, so you think Serena's going to say something. She's sitting and Bernie's wearing this really great shirt. And you're thinking, something's going to happen here. But it doesn't. Serena won't say anything. She's too scared. As Serena said, I've never been with any more than friends with a woman, and I'm terrified the life out of me. Which I think that's why she's not saying anything properly, because she's scared of what Bernie will say. But you can see in Bernie's eyes she wants something to happen. And you want Bernie to say something first because Serena's too scared to. But she won't. So, yeah, that was the most disappointing thing tonight of the whole entire episode. Just waiting for something to happen, like another kiss, or Serena to go to Bernie thinking it's too late, Bernie saying no, and them getting together at the end. But as per usual, the BBC don't do it like that. So the BBC always have to drag things out. It's a bit like Cat and Alfie on EastEnders. They dragged that out for over a year. They could see they was in love, but don't want to say anything. And I hope this doesn't last that long. There's only, 4 episodes left of this series 18. So we want to make sure they get together before that. And just so you know, Berena was planned from the beginning. Not that I saw it though, but Berena was planned from the beginning when Gemma joined Holby. But, and everyone's thinking that's the end of it because Bernie wants to just be friends. Even though you know in her heart that she doesn't want to. She wants to be more. We cannot just leave it at the theatre. You cannot. It's got to be more. And I know, unless something's going to go wrong and it ends up they don't, which I will be really annoyed about because they've made this totally clear that they're going to be. So I think they're going to be friends. It's going to take a bit longer to be lovers. It's going to take a bit longer. And I don't care what anybody says about it. Another thing that really annoys me is loads of people saying that Bernie and Serena should be friends. There's loads of they shouldn't have kissed. That was far too much. And then there's Dom with his lover, and you think nobody cares about it. Nobody's even said anything about that. Yet the moment a woman gets with a woman, especially Serena and Bernie, something goes wrong. There's always someone that doesn't like it. But there hasn't been, as far as I'm aware, any proper lesbian or bi representation on this show, which there should have been. So, and finally they're doing something about that, and it's probably going to help loads of people in the future. So I'm all for it. That was basically all my comments on Berena. Whoops, I done a bit too long, but hope you stuck with it. And I do sound a bit awful. This video will be glued together because I had an interruption in the middle. But I hope you enjoy. Please comment and let me know what you think. I think that's all of it. I will be doing other vlogs to do with future episodes of Holby, only based on Berena, because that is basically the best thing about Holby at the moment. So thanks for watching, if you did watch, and hope you enjoyed.